The few minutes you have spent, you have been able to enjoy yourself, and the few minutes I've been giving, I hope you are going to enjoy yourself. And I'm very sure, without being proud, that what I'm going to share with you, if you have not heard it before, is going to change your perception of computing. So I want us to just pay attention, and then let's quickly move on to pages 7 and 8 of our manual. Pages 7 and 8. The topic there is e-security awareness. E-security awareness. And the actual topic, as I've been mentioned by the moderator, is protecting your EBS Manager Windows desktop. Useful security awareness tips. We are going to share some tips with each other that will allow us to be able to do our work efficiently. One thing is for us to know all this equipment, to have them. Another thing, and even to have our payer ID, our privileges, and all those. Another thing is for us to be able to protect it so that another person or group of people might not come to use those credentials and perpetrate fraud on our behalf. The machine given to us is in our own name. Our credentials is in our own name. So if anything should happen, fraud-wise, we are going to bear the consequences. So to avoid that, these few tips we share will go a long way in preventing that. I'm very sure of that. Thank you so much. So, what is this security awareness that we usually talk about? Or what do we mean when you say somebody is security aware? It's just this. It means that you understand that there is a potential for somebody or some group of people to either intentionally or unintentionally to steal your data, to steal or misuse your data. Like the credential we are talking about, to misuse your PID, to post transactions on your behalf. So that potential is there. Once you understand that there is this potential for people to misuse your data, then that means that you are security aware. And that's what security awareness means. There is nothing else to it. And being security aware is extremely important. Most security agents all over the world, they have agreed, and there is a quotation I usually share, that they agree that being security aware and using the available safeguards is the first line of defense for protecting information assets, like our computers, our switches, the routers, our IDs, our ETTC card. They are our information assets. So if you are security aware, it's the first line of defense. So it's very, very important. So for our purpose, the topic we have been given is to protect our desktop. We are going to come to see what is that desktop. What is that desktop about? We are going to see. But before we go to that one, I would like to share with us what I call physical security. That physical security, to me, is the most important of all security. We have the desktop security, which we are going to mention. Then we have email security, as most of us have emails. Email security, blah, 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 like that. The physical security is extremely important, and why? Once there is no physical security, there is no longer security. That's what it is. And this is the reason. If you allow a trained person, a security person, or somebody that would like to tinker with computer system, those people you call hackers, if you allow them to your laptop or your phones, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, they can get your information inside them, including your password. And it is true. It's something that can be done. It's something I can do. Something that a lot of people that are trained can do. So, but if you don't access them, if you don't allow them access to it, that means that they can't do anything, and then your information is safe. Your information, your data, they are safe. So physical security is very important. We ensure that when we are going home at night, we ensure that we lock our offices. It's obvious, but we ensure we lock it. For example, like our door at the office, we make sure that just cross-check, checking like this whether the door is open can prevent a lot of trouble for us. So we need to take cognizance of this. The same thing with our lockers, where we keep most of this equipment or the I think that was something. Let's put that card. It's not there. The card reader. All these things, when we go home at night, we make sure we lock it up. Because if we don't lock it, and some people have access to it, they can tamper with it. So this physical security is very important. We need to take note of this. So with that one said, I would like us to move on to the desktop security, which is the main thing we want to talk about. Because the topic is, remember I said protecting your EBS Manager Windows desktop, useful security awareness. I think it's there in the front page of our manual. It's there in the front page. So now, where is our desktop? On a Windows machine, on a Windows 7 machine, this is our desktop. If you come to this edge like this and click on this edge, it will say, you will see something that says show desktop here. So this is our desktop. This is the desktop, just like this desktop here. So this is the desktop of the computer. And inside this desktop, all the things we are talking about, eBay, our browsers, everything, they are inside. They are inside. So how do we protect this desktop from misuse, especially our own? There are some few things we can quickly use to protect it. The first thing is that to ensure that this thing, our system is passworded. Remember that when you put on, the first thing that I make sure is passworded. Remember that when you put on the computer system, it will start coming up, start doing some things. That process called booting. So after some time, we ask you put in your password. When you put in your password, then you'll be able to access this desktop and use the resources inside. So you must ensure that your desktop is passworded, your computer machine is passworded. That's very vital. The second thing we need to do is to ensure that we put a screensaver on this machine. A screensaver is something that comes up after you leave your machine for some time, say 5 or 10 minutes. It comes up and then it protects your machine, because when it comes up, before anybody can use it and you yourself, it will ask for the password. I think that's the screensaver. And the screensaver we are talking of is not the screensaver that you download from the internet, because there are a lot of screensaver you can download from the internet. Some of them have fishes that are swimming like this. Some have butterflies that are flying, all those things. Don't download those screensavers, because most of those screensavers, they are full of viruses. Believe you me, they are full of viruses. But the screensaver we are talking of is this one that is on inside our desktop, our computer. And that one, how do we access that one? For most of us, I'm sure, I guess most of us can access it, but for purpose of this discussion, we click on the desktop. Once we click on the desktop, we click on this personalize. So once you click on personalize, we see the screensaver here. So once you click on this screensaver, that box comes up. Now, how will you use this box to protect your machine? That's our own concern. And this is how we go about it. You set the screensaver, I can see the screensaver, we set it, we put a time wait of 5 minutes. Then we now click this space on resume, display the logon string. The essence of that is that if you leave the machine for 5 minutes and then you come on, it will ask for you to put in your password. And that one, we are sure that even when we have a phone call, something will go out, our machine will not be misused in our absence. So we can be sure that you protect our machine from people that want to harm us. So that's the essence of that. So once you do that one, you say okay, and then your machine is protected for 5 minutes. You understand? But somebody can ask me that, okay, I've just said that within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, somebody can come in. And it's even true. Let's assume that you have logged into your account. You have logged into your account, and within that 5 minutes, you're outside. Somebody can come in and now disturb your account or post transaction on your behalf. What can I do to prevent that? Fortunately for us, there's something we can quickly do. Let me quickly demonstrate it. On all the equipment issued for this, our EP and EPS, all the machines, especially our laptop or notebooks, and our desktop, this desktop that I'll show to us. There is a key here. There is a key. It's called the Windows key. This Windows key and the L key, the two of them together, that L stands for lock, L-O-C-K, not L-U-C-K, L-O-C-K. Fine. So if we press the two keys at the same time, it locks up the computer immediately. like coming to that logon screen that we talked about. So if we press and I will demonstrate, if I do this on my own machine, see it brings all this in, then you have to put in your password to be able to use it. How will this help us? For example, we receive a phone call now and we go outside, receive a phone call immediately before going to this, answer the phone call, under 2 seconds, can press Windows key and L and it locks up the machine. We are safe, we are assured that nobody will tamper with our machine. So that's one thing we can share with each other. Very simple things, but they can prevent us a lot of trouble. The other thing I want to now share with us is this, when you want to type in your password. You remember that we have been talking about password. Now, this is it. If you want to type in your password, you can say that somebody can spy me in the process they call shoulder surfing. But all those ones is just grammar. It's the same giraffing, the whole time giraffing from school. So how will I now stop person from spying my password? Or I want to type in my password. I don't want anybody to know that I'm typing in my password. How can I ensure that? We have a very simple tip you can use. And this is it. Let's assume that my password is Wale. We are going to see that using Wale as a password, name of